Welcome back. In this lesson, we're just going to finish up some of the Foley for this outdoor scene, and then we're pretty much done with our sound design. If you open up the project 5M mixing finishing steps, just go ahead and import that like we have been. Your timeline should look something like this. I've already put in a lot of the footsteps for this scene. Let's take a listen to what we have.
Out of here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So we just have a couple more steps, and I wanted to show you just some specific things. One is it's a lot easier to lay in the steps using markers. So what I did was I just get rid of these markers here for a minute. So what I did was I just scrubbed through this with my finger on the M key, and anytime where her foot hits the ground, like right before it hits, like right at the beginning, I hit M on the keyboard. And then you can just kind of scrub through and figure out where each step goes without having to place each one, move back and forth. It's just a lot faster. I wish I would have done that the whole time, but that's a very good idea. So for a lot of these steps, what I used was running on dirt, because running sounds a little bit different than walking, right? That's a lot quicker of a step, right? We're also going to use some of the running sounds from our concrete. Let's just type in run here in the sound library and run cement. Okay, so cement running. All right, so let's just take these and I'm just going to line them up right here with our markers. Just throw that there and then trim this back so we don't cut this one off. And now it totally works. Super easy, right? The other thing I've done is added a little bit of clothing movement. So this is like the coat sounds, really subtle. And then I also added some of this sound, which is running in jeans. It's just kind of the swishing of the legs. So this is what that sounds like. And I think that really adds to it. One thing that I did that I'll show you is right here where she kind of slows down. Let me show you a little trick for that. Just kind of delete this section and extend this out again. Right here, if we listen, it kind of sounds like she's like running too fast and it doesn't quite match up with the video. Right, so she just keeps going fast even when she's stopping. So what you can do to like slow down something like that is just kind of cut it up, but then we can also use kind of a time warping technique. So really, this big swish should be in between footsteps, and we already have these marked. So swish, step, swish. There needs to be like one big swish in between these steps, right? So we'll just cut this, make this a little bigger. We'll cut this right here, and we'll take this swish, which I think goes like from here to here. And we can right click on it and say elastic wave. And this is just a really high quality way of stretching, like time stretching things in the timeline. And if I grab the edge of this with this little kind of bracket with the 3 lines next to it, that will do a really nice elastic wave stretch. And so we can stretch this out a little bit to be a little bit slower. Maybe we don't need it quite that much. And then I think what we'll also do, I'll get rid of our elastic wave. I think what we'll also do is just kind of fade this out right here too. So let's see how that sounds. Yeah, makes a little more sense. All right. That sounds good. Obviously, these steps are way too loud. But it works, and we'll mix all that stuff here in a minute. So let's listen to this part of the scene. All right. That works really well. Obviously, some of these need to be leveled a little bit. In the next lesson, we're going to get organized and get ready to do our main mixing.